Hi, my name is Brittany Harris. I started raising money for water wells when I was 9, and now I'm getting to live the dream working for Water Wells for Africa in hopes to bring more clean water to people here in Malawi, Africa. Today is October 15th, 2025. We are here on our annual site inspection tour, and we are at Mtengeleni 2 village in Chikwawa district. It's beautiful here. It's super hot. We're about to enter into the rainy season, but it's a beautiful area with beautiful people. We're here to celebrate this well that was donated by Generocity Foundation Repair, which is a very special well for me to dedicate because it is none other than my dad and his wonderful company who donated this well. My dad has been a huge supporter of my dream in bringing clean water to people since I was 9, and he is my biggest supporter still today. And I have the privilege of knowing every single person from Generosity Foundation Repair. You guys are all amazing, wonderful people, and I can't wait to see you when I get back to Friendswood. I was talking to the water committee, which is made up of 5 women and 5 men. This well was put in about a year ago, and so it's really cool because we actually got to get the full picture of what life was like before the well and what life has been like for the past year with this water well in. This water well is 40 meters deep. There's 250 families that are using this water well. So 250 families, which normally on average we think of a family as 5 people. And so that's, over 1,000 people that are using this water well. So the water committee did tell me that they used to get water from a river that was 2 kilometers away, and during the dry, or actually just in the regular, season, they would have to dig a pit about 4 meters deep in order for them to get any sort of water. And then during the dry season, they would even have to dig further than that. And so they dig and dig and dig for search of water because water was so scarce. Their whole village has been here for generations. So talking to the water committee, they're like, we were born here, our parents were born here, grandparents. So it's been generations of people who have not had clean water up until now. Because the water was so far away, women would be gone for hours at a time, and there was a lot of strife at not only the water source because of the lack of water, because it was scarce. So there would be breaking of buckets, there would be some not so friendly fighting at the water well, fighting over water. But not only that, there was marriages that were suffering because of the lack of water. So women would come home and fight with their husbands, and there was some cases of divorce here in this village because of just thinking that there were extramarital affairs going on. Along with that, there was a number of unwanted pregnancies. So they were really worried for their girls because their girls would go off to the water source, which was really far away. It was probably over an hour to get there. They would say that their girls, they would think that they would be gone for getting water, but then they would start to worry because their girls would be gone for up to 7 hours. And because of that, they realized that months later that their girls had gotten pregnant while they were off trying to go get water. And so this was a sad reality here in this village. Cholera, diarrhea, waterborne illness ran rampant in this village. Luckily, they're pretty close to the clinic, so even though they would go 3 times a month, they would be able to go to the clinic fairly easily, but they would have to take people from their family multiple times a month to go because of waterborne illness. But now, palibe, as they say in Malawi, all waterborne illness has not happened here in this village since they got this well. They said there's been reduced domestic violence. They're bathing every single day, which was not something that they could do before the water well. Because they were bathing in the water at the river, they would get skin rashes because the water was dirty and contaminated. But now there's no skin rashes, no cholera, and They also said they're able to grow and work on their farms now, and that the village bank, we haven't even been able to talk about this year, which is so cool, but the village bank here is thriving because of this water well. So before, they couldn't do any sort of service work to pay off loans or anything because of the water. You know, they would be gone for so long getting water that they didn't have time to do any service work. But now they have ample amount of time to go and do service work and be able to pay off their loans and work together. Lastly, we are so grateful to see in every single village that has a water well that child education is thriving. So before the well, they were saying that their girls, actually all their kids, were missing school, high absenteeism, but now kids are able to go to school on time and clean. And we actually talked to the water committee about some of their daughters, because a lot of times the primary water harvester are girls with their moms. And so we asked them about their daughters going to school, and they said that each of their daughters actually have dreams now of what they want to be when they grow up. So Sarah wants to be a nurse, Rachel wants to be a doctor, Fern wants to be an agriculture advisor, and Stella wants to be a teacher. Everything in this village, as you can see, is thriving, all because of the simple gift of clean water. And we want to thank Generocity Foundation Repair again for your generosity. And we would like to thank you in a way that only we can do here in Malawi. 1,